Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to set up the social web properties that you are going to want to connect your blog to and how you set the things up to interact with each other. So the first thing that you want to do is on your blog is going to be your main central hub of everything that you're doing. Like you want to generate all traffic back to this. You want to basically have this be the focus of your social interaction. And to do that, the first thing that you're going to want to do is, I'm just going to recap this because this should be in the plugins section from the last module, but I'm going to talk about it in this one too because it's really important to the rest of what I'm going to be discussing in this video. So the first plugin that is going to generate some social activity is called the Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus social widgets. And I'll talk about those in a second, but the next one that you want is called Facebook Comments by Fat Panda. And then I also have this one here. It's called Facebook Fanbox with CSS support. That one, I'm actually testing that out right now. That's something that you should incorporate after you get some steam rolling with your Facebook fan page. But anyway, so let me talk about these two plugins here. So if we go to Racquetball Nation here, and I'm going to scroll down to the blog link so I can flip over to the blog. So here's this. Go into the blog, and so now these two comments actually appear in the actual blog posts themselves. So scrolling down, I'll go to the first blog post I had, how to hit a racquetball forehand, as my example. So if I click on here, now these are the two plugins that I just showed you. The first one is that Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus social widgets, and that's these right here. So people that go to your blog post, you're going to be generating traffic to these specific blog posts, and these little buttons here appear, and people can tweet the link to your blog post. They can like it on Google Plus, or they can +1 it, or they can choose to like it on Facebook. So that helps you gain more social traction that way. And then that Facebook Comments by Fat Panda actually replaces the WordPress comment system with Facebook comments. And so in order for you to leave a comment, it actually draws from your Facebook, and see this here, post to Facebook. When you leave a comment on this blog, it will actually post and it'll update that comment on their Facebook wall. So people that are, obviously the people that are friends to that one person on Facebook, they will see that that person is commenting on your blog, and it's also going to help generate social traffic and exposure that way. So Fat Panda, the Facebook Comments by Fat Panda, and then we have the social widget one right here. So now apart from that, you are actually going to want 3 other web properties. You're going to want a Twitter profile, you're going to want a Facebook fan page, and you're going to want a Pinterest page. The Facebook fan page, quite honestly, all you have to do is, if you go to Google and you type in creating a fan page, or creating a Facebook fan page, I'm not going to get into the mechanics of that. It's incredibly straightforward, very easy to do. You just go to facebook.com/pages/create.php. It's the first thing that pulls up when I type in creating a Facebook fan page. And if you go there, it actually walks you through creating your actual fan page. And then so for this, in my example for Racquetball Nation, it's a brand. So I chose the brand box here, and then just follow the instructions. It's actually incredibly easy to create a fan page. And so this is the fan page that I created, and you can choose a custom URL for it. And for that, I chose facebook.com/Racquetball Nation. And your brand name, the URL of your Facebook fan page should be your brand name. So the extension should be, preferably whatever your site is, or whatever your brand name is. So facebook.com/Racquetball Nation is mine. I actually had this custom logo designed here from a graphic designer off of the Warrior Forum for 15 bucks. It's pretty cool. 15 to 25 bucks will get any logo design that you need. This cover, or the timeline cover, I uploaded from my computer. This is actually me playing racquetball. I was diving for the ball. I actually got a picture of it. I recorded it on my iPad, and I just paused the video on that particular dive, and I took a screenshot of it and I cropped it out, and that became the timeline cover for Racquetball Nation, my fan page here. And you can see I only have 1 like, and you can check back in this. This is going to grow. This is kind of just to prove that I'm starting this from the ground up. For the description, I have racquetballnation.com, the link to the website first here, and then a very short 1-liner description that talks about it. And actually, let me back up. And so you can see this. I mean, you can look at everything. This was actually created in the beginning of February, February 6th, as it were. And there's been relatively little activity on here, just because, again, I started this from the ground up as a case study of exactly what you can do with this method. So I will be growing this over the course of both this coaching and beyond. So it's going to be pretty cool. You'll see this business built from the ground up, basically. So this is really what you do. And then what I like to do is in the last video I showed you how to curate posts onto your blog, and all you have to do is whenever you want to share Facebook or share your blog post on Facebook here, you just type in basically I use this this phrase here, so new quote or new post, and then the title of the blog post itself and the link to the blog post, and it automatically populates with this little box here, which is going to include the thumbnail of the featured image that I have in that particular blog post. So pretty cool stuff. That's pretty much it for the Facebook fan page. The next thing you want to do is set up a Twitter profile. And on Twitter profiles, literally you just actually create a new Twitter handle. So you're going to create a new Twitter profile. And in my case, Racquetball Nation, totally spelled out, was too long of a word for my Twitter profile name, so I shortened it to R-Ball Nation. And I have a link to the website here. Now notice that this link here, and even the one on my Facebook fan page, the Racquetball Nation, they're both going to link me back to my actual website, to the root domain though, not to the blog, to the root domain where I have the pre-sell here, and the link that they can click through so they can get free content, and so they can eventually join my email list. So I'm driving all traffic back to that main funnel sequence where I'm going to be building a list from. So that's an important distinguishing factor that I should mention. But back to the Twitter profile. Let me see here. So you can't really see this because I condensed the window to fit it on the Camtasia screen. But behind here, I actually have, you can see it here. So I have an image of a racquetball court. So you want to find any kind of stock image that relates to your market or your particular niche or your website. And that's what I like to set the background of my Twitter page to. And I mean, you can read all about that. They have tons of video tutorials even on YouTube on how to customize your Twitter profile. But so anyway, so you want your Twitter profile. And another important thing to mention is that if you go to facebook.com/Twitter, what you can do is after you set up your Twitter profile, if you go to facebook.com/Twitter, you can actually link your Facebook to your Twitter account. So you see here Racquetball Nation, which is a subpage of my profile. Racquetball Nation is linked to my Twitter profile to R-Ball Nation. And so what happens there is anytime I post or share a new link or I post anything new on my Facebook fan page, it automatically posts it on my Twitter profile. And just so you can see what that looks like, let me back up to my main blog here. I'm going to show you. This is really cool. It's very, very easy to do as well. Well, what's the last link that I shared? Court positioning. Okay, so court positioning for returning shots. So I've already shared that one. So now this one here, serving strategies, deceptive serving part 1. So all I have to do is copy the link here to the blog post and go over to my fan page and type in new post. Serving strategies, deceptive serving part 1, and then enter down and just paste the URL to the website there, and look at what it does. It populates the Facebook post with that whole little thumbnail and the description of it and everything, and then I click on share. And when I click on share, it will post this to my Facebook. So you can see here, it posted this to my Facebook, which looks pretty cool. But then on my Twitter here, let me refresh this because I connected Arball Nation to Facebook. This will update on Twitter as well. Okay, and actually, I guess I gotta refresh this. Okay, so once I posted that on Facebook, see it auto-posted it on Twitter. New post, serving strategies, and it even shortened the URL. And if I click on this, this is where it takes me. So instead of taking me to Facebook, it actually takes me to the link that I posted on Facebook, which is the serving strategies link. So exactly what I put on Facebook, it posts it on Twitter. And then so obviously on Twitter, I'll talk about engagement on Twitter in a later video. I just want to tell you, show you basically like what the channel should look like and how to connect it to Facebook in this video. So that's really the important thing in this particular video at least. So then the final thing that I want to talk about is your Pinterest profile. And so obviously you want to create an account on Pinterest. And what I have here is I also did pinterest.com/arballnation. And so actually, I got to write a description. So the description, I'm actually going to use the same thing that I have in my Racquetball Nation, my Facebook account here. Let me go back there. I can actually edit this right now. Save description. Okay, so we have that. And now, here is how you engage with Pinterest. Remember in the last video, I talked about how to get the featured image for your blog post. For the featured image on your blog, I told you to take a screenshot of the thumbnail of the video that encapsulates the meaning of the video itself. Well, those images you save on your computer, right? So you can leverage those on Pinterest by going into Pinterest in your profile and clicking on Add. And under Add, you want to go to Upload Pin, and I'll just do one real quick as an example. You want to click on Browse, and actually let me see what the next post in this is. So I did number 1. We'll do, okay, so racquetball forehand shot selection. So I'm going to click on there real quick so it loads that web page. And I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to look on the forehand shot selection. So I actually saved the videos as so featured, just to indicate that I'm using it for the featured post. So featured and then forehand shot selection, and I want to click on Open. And so we can do. So this is going to be. We'll do a new board called Mechanics. Racquetball Mechanics, that is. And click on Create. So create a new board for that, and then in the description for the pin, I want to drop a link to the to my blog post here, where the video or where the actual image is originating from, and I can click on, or then for the description, I want to give credit to John Ellis. John Ellis with Racquetball Warehouse covers the forehand shot selection. Here's a video of it. And then drop a link to the post there. You actually don't have to worry about doing this on Twitter, so you don't have to worry about checking this box. Because when you post the link to, when you share the link to your blog post on Facebook, it automatically posts it on Twitter as well. So you don't have to cover the Twitter, you don't have to link Twitter and your Pinterest page here. But click on Pin, and then it's going to pin it onto your Pinterest board, whatever one you create, and look at what is going to happen. So on Pinterest, it is going to have a link. So there's just a little one-liner description here. So again, you're still giving credit to Racquetball Warehouse or wherever you get the video from. But then you can link to the actual blog post where there's the video of whatever it is you have. So there you go. So very, very easy. It links to the blog post. That's going to increase traffic back to your website through Pinterest, especially after you start pinning other people's pins and getting active on here, which again I'll cover in a later video. So that's pretty much it. That's how to establish the network of content that you're going to be syndicating out. There's a lot more advanced strategies that we can either talk about later or that we might just release it at a later time. But that's pretty much it for the basic mechanics of how you want to set up your content and web strategy. So in the next video I'm going to cover basic engagement for the different properties here and how to interact with people and basically just get more traffic flowing back to your website. So once you set up all of these web properties, there's only 3 of them. You connect them in a very, very basic way, but it's going to be very effective going forward, especially in regards to what I'm going to show you in the next video. So stay tuned.